there's no space, you know. And here often not a lot of space. But in Muscat you have a lot of space, you know. And the buildings are very nice, you know, everything looks quite new. I don't know how long they put up the buildings, but everything looks very new. Quite a difference from Europe, England, you know, everything's so old and grey. And of course, in Europe it's always cloudy and rainy and damp. But there it's very hot.
Thailand скажу.
So we have a very nice congregation of devotees there. Muscat. And I went also to another town which was like 250 kilometers south of Muscat.
Sohan.
Yes, Sohan, yes, right. They call it Sankirtandesh.
Okay.
We give the nicknames to each place, you know. Muscat is Mathuradesh. And Sohan is Sankirtandesh. And we had a nice program there with the devotees. It's amazing, all the way from Muscat to Sohar, you know, it's a straight road practically, you know, right through the desert, you know. You can go 130 the whole way, there's not a lot of traffic also on the roads. So we went there in a couple of hours, had a program there with the devotees, came back at night. And they were happy to get association. So before Muscat, I'd been in Bahrain, gone to Bahrain for several days. I was there for Nrsimha Chaturdashi, celebrated festival there. In Bahrain, small island, small population, but so many different societies are there. All different, especially the Christians. There's a lot of Kerala Christians there, and they have different churches, different organizations. We have two temples ourselves in the island, and quite a number of devotees. Nrsimha Chaturdashi, we had 600 people come. And that was capacity. I don't know if maybe if we had a bigger place, more people would come. Sometimes they have Kirtan Mela there, and when they have Kirtan Mela, they have more than 1,000 people come for the Kirtan Mela. Anyway, there's nice activities going on there. In Bahrain, we have a registered society. They recognize our devotees having their own religious faith, and they're allowed to register, and they're in the process of acquiring their own property and having their own center. They have nice programs going on for the youth and for the children, all different kinds of programs. And Deva Dharma was there. You know Deva Dharma, the musician from Mayapur? Yeah, his music teacher comes and teaches devotees to play harmonium and play mridanga. So we have a lot of nice budding kirtaneers, right? The budding kirtaneers like Mataji here, the nice kirtaneer, Bhakti, wonderful kirtaneer. And devotees there also do very nice kirtan, and people play mridanga. Ladies also play mridanga nicely. They like to sing and chant. And they have beautiful deity worship going on in Bali. Somehow they've established deities, Gornitai, Krishna Balaram, and Radha Barin Ishwara. And they have also Prahlad Nishringa, and big size deities, and they change the dress every day. Every day a group of ladies will come and they will change the dress, and they put flower garlands on the deities every day. In Bali, it's very hot there also, it's like the desert, but somehow they get flowers, and every day they have garlands for the deities. I was very impressed because I was in Europe last summer, and in Europe I saw in our temples there, they only get flowers one day a week, because the flowers are just so expensive in Europe. The temples, they don't have a budget to buy flowers every day. So they get flowers once a week. The flowers in Europe, and in Japan also. My brother preaches in Japan. Some flowers in Japan also very expensive. That usually they just put plastic flowers on, but one day a week they have the real flowers. But in Bali, every day they're putting flower garlands on the deities. Very nice programs, deity worship. So it's very inspiring to see how the devotees are dedicated there in these places, remote parts of the world. Bali is one of the smallest kingdoms in the world, right? They have a population of just about 1 million people in the whole island. And so the population of local people is not very many. Oman, they have a bigger population of local people. Of course, they're all Islam, and devotees are all from our Hindu families coming to work there. So somehow they keep up their tradition. The Gujaratis are there. They have their Pushti Marg temple. They also worship Lord Krishna. They're also favorable, friendly, and they're happy to see also our devotees preaching there and doing programs. So we are encouraging everyone there to study the philosophy, read the books, and come every day. Every day they do artis, and people will come. Different people will take turn to lead the kirtan. The ladies also lead the kirtan. Sometimes the men will lead the kirtan. Very nice, everyone shares in the service. Making garlands also takes a lot of work every day. Devotees come and fold, make the garlands, put the dresses on the deity. It takes a couple of hours every day for them to change the dress, put new dress on, put the flower garlands on, decorate the deity. But devotees are willing to do this kind of seva. So it's very nice. But they were telling me even they bring the soil from other countries and they will use it to grow vegetables. They don't have any good soil there themselves, so they import the soil from some other place, from Italy or somewhere where there's some good soil, and they will use it to grow some vegetables. They grow some things, some flowers also. So, necessity is the mother of invention, they say. There's a need, so somehow they manage to make arrangements. So we're fortunate that Srila Prabhupada, Lord Chaitanya's movement could go there, all of these places. to give everyone the chanting of the holy name. We have a lot of work to do to try to spread Krishna consciousness further, to go to more and more places. So before going to Bahrain, I was in Thailand, and in Thailand we have also preaching going on. We have some nice centers in Bangkok. Marriages from Bangkok. I met her in Bangkok, and she's come with her husband. She's here in Dubai now. So in Bangkok we have a number of centers there. Devotees are actively engaged in Krishna consciousness. Thailand is a bit different from here in the Middle East. You know, here in the Middle East you can't do everything very publicly. Even Rath Yatra is done inside, not outside in the streets, but inside. Right? We have programs, Rath Yatra, inside a hall. So you get an opportunity if you're here. Rath Yatra times coming up. The devotees organize Rath Yatra. For example, Abu Dhabi, the devotees in Abu Dhabi, they have also Jagannath worship, and they do Rath Yatra. So they did it at the Swami Narayan temple. The Swami Narayan people built a big temple, marble temple. It's in the desert somewhere, you know. The Sheikh gave land to build a temple, but he gave it in between Dubai and Abu Dhabi, in the middle of the desert somewhere. But they built a very nice temple, marble. They brought in 200 marble carpet mysteries, and they did all the work and made a nice temple. And even when they opened the temple, Narendra Modi also came for the installation. So our devotees wanted to do Rath Yatra, so they hired the hall at the Swami Narayan temple. They have a big hall there, and so they hired the hall to us for Rath Yatra. And the prasadam was also from there. They didn't want us to cook. They said, we have to cook. They said, we don't allow outside food here, so we had to use their own food. Anyway, they're also devotees, so we cook their food. Devotees. You know, they cook without onion and garlic, they cook pure food. Just they offer it differently to us. That's the only thing. But anyway, we were able to have Rath Yatra there, and it was enjoyed by all the devotees. So probably this year again the function will take place. We like to have Rath Yatra, even if you have to do it in the house. Of course, in other places like in Bangkok, we're able to do it outside in the streets. And I was just, when I was in Thailand, we had Rath Yatra at Phuket. Phuket is one of our, we have a temple there. We have quite a few devotees there. So we had a nice Rath Yatra. The local people also came and joined in. So we tried to spread this message of Krishna consciousness everywhere. Even we have a Rath Yatra every year in Pattaya. Pattaya, you know, it's a very infamous place. There's a saying, they say, good people go to heaven and bad people go to Pattaya. Pattaya is the place where everything goes on. Kali Yuga, a den of Kali. So we have Rath Yatra there. Hell becomes heaven because the devotees are there chanting and dancing, young people about Krishna. So that's the business of devotees, right? Narayana parasave nakutascha vidyate swarga apavarga narakesh vapitu yatadaksha. The Shastras say, those who are the devotees of Lord Narayan, they don't see any difference between heaven and hell and liberation. Because wherever they are, they see Lord Krishna is there, and they see it all as a place to do service to Krishna. Just like Prahlad Maharaj, right? Prahlad Maharaj was asked by his father, where is your God? Where is this God? Is he in the pillar? And Prahlad said, yes, he's in the pillar. And Lord Nrsingadev came out of the pillar. So Prahlad, he saw the Lord everywhere. This is the vision of the Uttama Adhikari. Uttama Adhikari means the topmost devotee. There are different levels of devotees. You know, Kanista, Madhyam and Uttama. The Kanista devotee, he thinks God is only in the deity. He's only in the temple, he's only in the deity. And they go outside the temple and think there's no God there. But the Madhyam devotee, he sees God is also outside the temple. He's in the heart of everyone. And the Uttama Adhikari sees God everywhere, in everything. So that is the topmost level of devotion, to see God everywhere. So we want to come at least to the Madhya level. Madhya. Kanista means neophyte, junior devotee. Because we think God is only in the deity. We don't see God in everyone's heart. Right? We want to develop that vision of seeing God everywhere, in everything, in everyone. So we can develop that consciousness just by practicing devotional service, by hearing more from the Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna describes like that. He said, for one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost to him, nor is he ever lost to me. So we don't want to lose Krishna, right? We want to be with Krishna all the time, see Krishna everywhere. That's Krishna consciousness. Right? We are a society for Krishna consciousness. So we want to develop that consciousness of Krishna. Seeing Krishna constantly, remembering Krishna. So chanting the holy name is the most important activity of the devotee. And we have to remember that every day we commit ourselves to chanting the holy name. Lord Chaitanya quoted the Shastra. He said that in the Kali Yuga there's no other way. There is no other way. There is, he said 3 times, no other way, no other way, no other way. And he was emphasizing that in this age of Kali Yuga, the age of Kali means the age of quarrel, the age of argument and confusion and disorder, then there's only one process to overcome all these things, and that is the chanting of the holy name. So we take shelter of the holy name. That is the business of devotees. Take the shelter of the holy name. Chanting. So we're so fortunate to have nice kirtaniers like Prabhu and his good daughter here, doing wonderful kirtan constantly. We're enjoying to hear the holy name from them. And we encourage everyone also come and join in the kirtan. Bhakti Vinod Thakur said, Kirtan is the safest place in all the 14 worlds. Taking shelter of kirtan, very important. Right? At every home, we want to have kirtan. We want to hear. Just like when you go to Vrindavan or Mayapur, you always hear some kirtan going on in the homes there. People in their homes, they're always having kirtan. They're sitting at home, but they have kirtan. And we want to encourage that more and more, not only in Vrindavan and Mayapur, but everywhere. Just like here in Dubai, we have so many devotees, so many congregations. And many of them, when they go to Holy Land, they'll get a madanga, they'll get a harmonium, they'll bring some kartals, they can have kirtan, nice kirtan. And the home is transformed. Right? When you chant the holy name, then you can feel the spiritual energy awakened by the kirtan of the holy name. So we have to practice this chanting. Very important for us. There is no other way. Not by karma, not by jnana, not by dhyana. Right? Karma means working. Jnana, knowledge. Jnana, meditation. None of these things. But what is important is the holy name, the chanting of the holy name. This is the process for the Kali Yuga. And this is how we can save ourselves from the effects of Kali Yuga. The effects of Kali Yuga. Srila Vyasadeva described them in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? What are the effects of Kali Yuga? He says, Prayena Payisa Shabda Kalovasmi Nigejana Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagyahi Padruta. Right? That people in the Kali Yuga will have a short life. You know, we won't be here very long. You don't have to worry. We're not going to be here very long. We all have a short life. It's Kali Yuga. Don't live very long. And we have so many other bad qualities. We're lazy, we're misguided, we're unlucky, we're always disturbed. We don't have peace of mind. We see everywhere pharmacies, right? Drugstores, you know, the big business, one of the biggest industries in the world, pharmacy industry. Always bringing out new drugs, trying to give people peace of mind. But peace of mind is available if you chant the Maha Mantra. The drugstores are making so many medicines. We're giving japa beads, we're giving the bead bag. Here, take the bead bag, go and chant the holy name. That will give you peace of mind. That's the real medicine for the Kali Yuga. So Kali Yuga. Although it's Kali Yuga and it's not a very good time, but there are some good things about Kali Yuga. Kaler dosha nidirajan asti eko mahaguna kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangasya. Right? The age of Kali, dosha, faults, a lot of faults, right? You have any doshas in your chart? No? Usually we have some, right? We have some doshas. So they're dosing the age of Kali, there's faults, a lot of faults in the Kali Yuga. But there's one good thing, just by chanting the holy name, just by chanting the holy name, you can get all success. We can be blessed, make our life auspicious. Such an easy thing. We just have to chant the holy name. Not difficult. So we are encouraging everyone, take to this chanting. Krishna consciousness is in everyone, but they have to hear. People need an opportunity to hear about Krishna. So this is why our Krishna consciousness movement is here, to give everyone an opportunity to hear about Krishna, to hear and to take part in the kirtan, join in the kirtan. And of course, when there's kirtan, after the kirtan, then there will be prasadam. And people love prasadam. Brings a lot of people nice prasadam. I was seeing people come in Bahrain and Oman, how much they love prasadam. And all different kinds of people coming. Bengalis, people from Bangladesh, people from South India, people from North India, and so many places. They're all coming, they're all chanting Hare Krishna mantra, and they're all appreciating the chanting of the holy name. They're happy to join in the program of Krishna consciousness. So Krishna conscious program is very simple. We chant, we teach people to chant, get everyone to join in the kirtan. We speak a little bit about Lord Krishna, glorifying Krishna and glorifying the chanting of the holy name. And then afterwards, we also worship Lord Krishna. You can see the altar here, the deities are there. And then this way we worship Lord Krishna. We cook food, we offer to the deity, and then distribute to everyone. Lord Chaitanya asked Lord Nityananda and Haridas to go door to door in the Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chaitanya Bhagavat is an important scripture, Bengali scripture. Lord Chaitanya said, Suno Suno Nityananda, Suno Haridas, Prati Gari Gari Gya Koroe Diksha, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Bolo Koro Krishna Shiksha. Three things to do. Bolo Krishna, chant the name of Krishna. Bhajo Krishna, worship Krishna. And Koro Krishna Shiksha, study the books about Lord Krishna. This is Lord Chaitanya telling Lord Nityananda and Haridas, go to everyone, knock on the door and ask everyone, fall at their feet and beg them, my dear sir, my dear mother, please, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha. Right? We want people to do these three things. And this will make their life successful. You chant the holy name, you worship Krishna, and read the books about Krishna. So chant the holy name, very simple, Hare Krishna mantra, very simple mantra. Everyone can learn in 2 minutes, the Maha Mantra. And then worship Krishna. Oh, how to worship Krishna, is that very complicated? Do I need a lot of things? Oh, Krishna said no, he said, Patram Pushpam Balam Toyam Yeah, Krishna said, you can offer me a leaf, a flower, fruit, water. These things are available everywhere here. Right? Everywhere you've got flowers growing. You can just walk outside, you can pick a flower. And we have tulsi leaves, we have tulsi trees growing also. You can have your own tulsi growing at home. And then you can offer the tulsi leaves and the tulsi manjaris to Krishna. And fruits, and also available a lot here. At least dates are available a lot here, right? You get that fruit very easily. It's very common, the dates. So, leaf, fruit and water. They make arrangements so everyone gets water. Even though we're here in the desert, they have water for everyone. And we can offer these things to Krishna. And now we should understand Lord Krishna is not greedy to get our offering. He's got the goddess of fortune. He's got many goddesses of fortune there serving him. But he wants our bhakti. He wants our devotion. That's the important thing. So, of course, we are practicing this bhakti yoga, the yoga of devotion. We're trying to cultivate this bhakti. And we have to do it by sadhana, by practice. We have to practice regularly. This is the program. Devotees like to practice every morning, evening, daytime. You have to go to work, right? Go to work, go to school, go to school. You have to do these things. But morning and evening, we can be devotee, we can chant and worship Krishna, listen books about Krishna. It's a balance, right? Sandwich program. Now, some time for Krishna, some time for the material world. You have to balance the two. So just like a train goes on the two tracks. So we have the two tracks, you know. We have the material world and we have Krishna consciousness. So you have to balance. We have to make the best use of the material world for Krishna's service. This is required. This is explained in the Ishopanishad like that. The Ishopanishad, there are 18 different mantras. How many chapters in the Bhagavad Gita? 18. Right. And 18 mantras in the Ishopanishad. So one of the mantras in the Ishopanishad describes about balancing vidya and avidya. So balancing vidya and avidya doesn't mean we have to have some time for avidya, but we have to understand. We have to understand the nature of the material energy. We have to be careful. We have to be cautious about the material energy. We have to know about these things. And it's not that we have to, just like we tell people, you know, don't take drugs. It doesn't mean we have to go and take drugs to try them out to know it's wrong, right? We learn but just by hearing. We hear that it's wrong, so we don't do these things. Even though nowadays they've made things like marijuana, they've made it legal in some countries, in America, some states in America, and in Thailand also, everywhere. They've opened so many shops, they're selling marijuana. And so many people are coming there, they're thinking this is very nice. They're thinking now it's legal, but actually these things, of course, these are not helping our God consciousness, these activities. We should always think, is this going to help me come closer to Krishna? Right? Just like we eat prasadam, we eat the food which is offered to Krishna. Because we know this is the mercy of Krishna. We don't simply eat, we honor the prasadam, right? We take it with great love and respect. When Lord Chaitanya would relish the prasadam, he would take the prasadam of Lord Jagannath. Right? When you go to Jagannath Puri, then everyone likes to get some Jagannath prasad. There, you get the prasadam of Lord Jagannath. And Lord Chaitanya, he also used to take the prasad of Lord Jagannath. And he would taste, he said, I can taste the saliva from Lord Krishna. He's taking the prasad of Lord Krishna, Lord Jagannath. He said, I'm tasting the saliva from Lord Krishna. So that is Krishna consciousness. That you're tasting that food which has been tasted by Krishna. Right? Prasad means the remnants of Lord Krishna. Usually we don't like to take the remnants of someone, but we take the remnants of Lord Krishna. Oh, it's very good. Very nice to take the remnants of Lord Jagannath. So, before we take prasadam, Bhakti Thakur has written a nice poem which we sing. We say, Sarira Vitijam. It's a famous prayer in the temple every day. When we take prasadam, we will often recite it together. And everyone knows that prayer. Whenever they hear that prayer, they wake up. Whenever we say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, we go to sleep. But when we say Sharira Vitijam, it's a wake up prayer. So we say the prayer often, it's in Bengali, not everybody knows the meaning. Not everyone is aware of the meaning, but this prayer, it's a poem, was written by Bhakti Thakur, who's a very important spiritual teacher. And he wrote many of the songs which we sing every day, like Gora Arti, he wrote that song. So he wrote also Vibhavari Shesha, which we sing in Vrindavan every morning. And he wrote also Jai Radha Madhava, Yasomati Nandana, these songs we're singing. So he wrote also this song. He said, because when we take prasadam, we often have a material concept. We're thinking, oh, I like this, I don't like that, you know. And we're not thinking that this is prasad. We're just thinking what I like and what I don't like. So he said we should, if we sing this song, this prayer, he's saying of all the senses, the tongue is the most voracious and difficult to control. It's very difficult to conquer over the tongue in this world. But you, dear Krishna, are so kind. You have sent us this nice prasad. So now let us take this prasad to our full satisfaction. And by so doing, glorify their lordships, Radha and Krishna. And in love call out for the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So like this, Bhakti Thakur is telling us how we can purify our consciousness, right? We want to purify our consciousness even before we eat the prasadam, before we honor the prasadam. Of course, by honoring the prasadam, then we will get more purification. And we take prasadam for purification. One lady I know, she brought some prasadam home for her husband, but her husband's not a devotee, you know. And she was telling him, I brought you some prasadam. He said, that's all right, I don't want to get purified. So some men, sometimes people, non-devotees are like that. They know prasadam can purify them, but they don't want to get purified. What can be done? Naradama, unfortunate. They're the lowest. They have no sukriti, so they don't get the mercy of Krishna. So we try anyway, we try to give Krishna consciousness everywhere. Some people, they don't like to hear, but they like prasadam. Let them take prasadam. Some people like kirtan, they don't like philosophy. Okay, join the kirtan. Somehow or other, we have to engage people in Krishna consciousness. Okay, any questions, anyone?
Maharaj, I have one question.
Yes, brother.
Maharaj, like you said, kirtan we have to do. We try to do kirtan and we are doing it, but the value of kirtan is not instilled so profoundly like money. If we say we have to go and earn money, we know the value of money and we just go and run behind that. So how to get that intense attention in the kirtan, like as a materialistic, some people are like, wherever they are thinking about money and doing everything. How we can develop that, intensify relationship with Krishna in that kirtan, being in kirtan, because many times it happens like we are almost thinking outside only.
Yes, we have to be careful of our consciousness. Doing kirtan, right? Just like before taking prasadam, I said we can purify our consciousness, bring ourselves into the right focus, that this is not ordinary food stuff, but this is spiritual food, this is the reference of Lord Krishna, so we can take it in the right mood. So similarly with kirtan, chanting the holy name, we should understand that kirtan is also a very powerful spiritual activity. And kirtan is invoking the presence of the Lord. Lord Krishna comes in the Kali Yuga. How does he come? Kali Kali Namarupe Krishna Avatar. Right? Krishna comes. Krishna descends as the holy name. So the holy name is not different from Lord Krishna. Right? You know the verse? Nam Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukto Binat Nam Nama Namano. Binat Nam Nama Namano. The name of Lord Krishna and Lord Krishna are one and the same, not different. The devotee was giving class, he said Krishna is in his name. And Prabhupada said no, Krishna is his name. No different. So the impersonalists, the Mayavadis, they don't understand that. They cannot understand the power, the inconceivable potency of Lord Krishna. That he comes, he can come as his holy name. Golokera Premadan Vinasa. Yes, the holy name is descending from Goloka. It's come in the form of the Sankirtan. So we have to chant the holy name with that understanding that Lord Krishna is personal. Often sometimes we chant the holy name, we think, oh, somebody's looking at me, or, and we're thinking, we're applying our material understanding, we're thinking, oh, this is very nice, or this is not very nice, or this person sings very good, or this one sings very good. But we have to understand what's important is the holy name. It's Krishna, it's not so much the material quality, but it's the consciousness, the spiritual quality which is important. So sometimes Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, he would have people do kirtan who could not sing very good, just to get people off the material platform. Because on the material platform, we judge. We think, oh, this is good, that's not good, this is bad. We're looking at the thing from the material sense. Just like the holy name of Krishna, it's not just the alphabetical name. It's not just ordinary material sound vibration. It's a very special spiritual power. It's Chintamani, Nam Chintamani Krishna. It means this holy name can fulfill all of our desires. All of our desires can be fulfilled through the chanting of the holy name. So we want to think of it like that. And of course Lord Chaitanya, he's given us the Shikshastika. And that's also very important for helping us to understand the holy name. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna. Right? Lord Chaitanya describes all the benefits of the holy name. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. There's 7 different benefits for the chanting of the holy name. So very powerful, very, very powerful spiritual activity. We have to understand the Sankirtan movement in that way, and don't think of it in any ordinary, mundane, material way. Don't judge it, compare it to, the music programs on television or anything.
Thank you. Maharaj, one more question. Yesterday we were discussing, when this Ram Setu was built, so they were writing Ram and then throwing the stone in the water, so it was on that. And then on that stone, everybody walked. So Ram is written and then everybody walked on that.
So they're walking on Lord Rama's name?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I could not answer that.
What should we say? What can we say? Is that right? Did they write the name of Lord Rama on every stone? Who said they wrote the name of Rama on every stone? Where did you find that? Is it mentioned like that in Valmiki Ramayana? I don't know. We have to check up on these things, Sometimes these things are taught and they're said, but they're not always valid. But we don't know. Is it actually true? Did they really write the name of Lord Rama on every stone? Was that necessary?
Yeah, I think there are 2 versions. One is they were chanting Lord Rama name, and then they were putting somewhere that they are writing Lord Rama, and then they were maybe upside down they have put the stone. Stone will be floating upside down.
No, we have to check it up. Check up on this.
Look, small boy asked me this question. I said, question is very I'm not able to answer.
It may be that it may not be actually true that they didn't write the name on every stone. Why would they do that? Anyway, we have to hear what is the scripture saying. Sometimes people talk these things, but they're not always appropriate. We have to check out what is actually said in the Shastra.
Any other questions?
नरसिम्हा स्वामी महाराज की जय, प्रभुपाद की
जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय।
Okay, everybody come and take this
The
Narasimha
Shringa
oil.
oil. Who wants some of the Shringa oil?
Yes.
She's cranky. Come, Narasimha oil.
I'll add you to the group. I'll post every Please take prasadam. प्रभु लेके आइए. प्रभु डैडी को दे.
कर दिए.
हाँ? उसका नंबर चल रहा है.